Hello there. In this video, you'll learn about what a high-performance team is, why you might want to build one, and how you can actually start to do it. The other videos in this series will explain the stages that every team goes through in its development and the specific things that you can do to help improve performance. Let's start by understanding exactly what a high-performance team is. A high-performance team is very simply a small group of people that work so well together that they consistently produce superior results. They're able to do this because the team members are all inspired and motivated by a common goal and purpose. They've internalized a set of high-performance mindsets and behaviours, and they know each other very well and have a deep level of respect and trust for each other. And the leader of the team helped make all that happen. It didn't just happen by accident. So why might you want to build a high-performance team? Well, firstly, achieving results and improving performance is the primary purpose of being a leader. That's why you're a leader. That's what leaders do. Secondly, if you've ever been a member of a high-performance team, then you'll know that it just feels great to be on a team like that. You feel part of something bigger than yourself. You feel proud to be on that team. It feels like anything is possible. Thirdly, if you're going to be leading and managing your team anyway, then you might as well spend your time building them up and seeking to improve performance. Just going through the motions and maintaining the status quo is boring, and it's likely to be more stressful for you too. And lastly, when you know how to build a high-performance team, when you've done it at least once, you'll be able to do it again, and you'll begin to get even better at doing it. Being able to build a high-performance team is a very valuable skill set. This next part of the video will introduce you to a very simple model that explains the stages that all teams go through as they learn how to work together and improve their performance. When you really understand this model, you'll be able to quickly see what stage your team's at right now, and you'll know some things that you can do to help the team move to the next stage. And if you've been a manager for many years, please don't assume that you already know this stuff. I'm sure you know a great deal, but please stay open-minded and open to learning something new. So let's now have a look at that model. It's popularly known as the stages of team development, and it was first proposed by an American psychologist called Bruce Tuckman in 1965. You may well have seen it before. The idea here, though, is not just that you recognize the model, it's that you know it so well that you can very quickly see at what stage your team is at, and also that you know some specific things that you can do to move to the next stage. The model is made up of 4 main stages that your team will move through on its journey to being a high-performance team. The first stage is called forming. If your team members have just come together to work on something, then you're in that stage. If you're new to the team, your arrival will probably send the team back into that forming stage too. The main feature of this stage is that people don't know each other very well. Neither do they really know what they're meant to be doing. The second stage of the model is called storming. Your team will move into this stage when the team members can no longer continue to be artificially nice and polite to each other. Emotions may start to boil over for some, and others will start to go quiet. Your authority as the leader may also be challenged. The third stage is called norming. You'll only get to this stage if you as the team leader have done the right things to move through stage 2. If you haven't put those things in place, the team is going to get stuck between stages 1 and 2. The norming stage looks like progress. People know what they're doing and they know each other much better. There's more trust, commitment, and motivation. Beyond the norming stage is the 4th one. It's called performing. This is where your team is producing truly extraordinary results. It'll feel like the team just runs by itself. There's a laser-like focus and very little effort is wasted. Again, it's going to take conscious work on your part as the team leader to move the team from just norming, which is doing pretty good, to performing, which is doing brilliantly. The other videos in this series go into more detail for each of those stages, including the best leadership style that you can use, and also some specific activities that you can do to move the team forward. Let me share with you now the most important things for you to remember as you lead your team through those stages. Firstly, this is all about you attracting, gathering and focusing the combined energy of all the members of the team. To start with, that energy is going to be all over the place. By the time you get to the performing stage, though, that energy will be focused like a laser. Secondly, everything starts with trust. You can't avoid this truth. Very simply, you won't be able to build a high-performance team without building trust. And it starts with you showing that you're worthy of your team's trust. I'll show you how to do this in the forming video. Thirdly, the process of building your team is not complicated. Imagine that all you need to do is to introduce and practice a small set of mindsets and behaviours that I'm going to share with you. Because in fact, that's all you need to do. Fourthly, each of your team members need to feel that they're growing, learning, and developing. If people feel that they're stuck in a rut, you're going to have problems. It may not be a priority in the forming stage, but certainly should be during the norming and performing stages. And lastly, please understand that you'll need to adjust the way you lead as you go through the stages. In the other videos, I'll show you the best ways of doing this. Some final thoughts for you on building your own high-performance team. Your team may show elements of different stages of this model all at the same time, but if you pay close attention, it should become clear to you which stage they are primarily operating in. Your team will naturally move from stage 1 into stage 2. You as the leader have a critical role to play in ensuring that the team is best prepared for that stage 2. And when the team is in stage 2, you ensure the right conditions are in place such that the team moves into stage 3. Also, there's not a set time that your team should or will spend at each stage. In these videos, I'll be suggesting some activities that you can do with your team that can accelerate the process, but you do have to do them and keep doing them. If you do all the activities that I'll suggest to you, your team could move from stage 1 forming to stage 4 performing in less than 6 months. And of course, circumstances will arise from time to time that may push your team back into a previous stage, such as new members joining the team. But now you know what you need to do to move back up through those stages, so the process should be easier and quicker. The Tuckman model is just as it said, it's a model. It's just a map and a guide to help you see where your team might be right now and what's possible should you choose to develop it. Please share the model with your team throughout the whole process. You could share these videos with them too. Just the act of doing this will help everyone understand why you're doing certain activities, and it will also help normalize the experiences that everyone is going through. Lastly, don't force the process. Just set the intention that the team will be a high-performance team and produce extraordinary results. Then start doing the activities that are suggested in this program and keep doing them. They're proven to work. Maybe not perfectly every time, but they will work when you keep doing them. Finally, I acknowledge you for wanting to do this, for wanting to improve your leadership and create the conditions for your team members to learn, to grow, and to build something bigger than just themselves. Many managers would rather just settle for average, so well done you for wanting more than that. From time to time, the going might get tough. When it does, just remember why you're doing this. Remember why you want to build your team and the difference that it will make for you, for your team, the organization, and for your customers and those you serve. And please come back to watch these videos again and again. They will always be here when you need them. So all the best, and I'll see you in the next video.